Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning. Let's see if we're working here. Yep, looks like it. Good morning, guys. Just go ahead and let Facebook kind of build the audience. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, my love. Charmin is on, my #1 supporter. Good morning. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. So, for those of you that are catching this on the replay, go ahead and skip to about 2.5 minutes. Get past all the formalities. Good morning, Trish. Yep, right now I'm just trying to share it out real quick. Boom. Good morning, good morning. So, today's been a not so good technology day. Had to reboot my computer. I had to reboot Facebook on my phone. It's probably too cold. The electrons are like... Good morning, good morning. So we'll get started in just a second. Just a second. I have no idea what the temperature is. Let me ask. What is the temperature outside?
It's 33 degrees in Clarksville right now.
Well, thank you very much. 33 degrees. I know it's pretty warm compared to some other places, but anywho, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm trying to keep these fairly short. So for those of you that are catching this on the replay, or if those of you don't know who I am, my name is Rick Young, and I'd like to do video quotes of the day. All right, it kind of started by searching for quotes to kind of give me an uplifting spirit, and I like always sharing that because I got the same out of it. Oh, so Charmin kind of ups one-ups on me with the 16 degrees, huh? So I like to, since I got a lot of value out of the quotes, I'd always share it to give other people some value. And then I decided to do a little twist by doing the Facebook Live thing, which is like a different take on it. Gives you a more live experience and kind of give you my my take from my personal experience about, you know, what I like about that quote or how it pertains to me in my life. So there you go. This is number 53 or 54, something like that. I'll leave a link in there for all of my old quotes that I posted on my YouTube channel. So there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. Again, I don't want to keep up too much of your time. So today's video quote, or today's quote of the day, is this: when it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. And that is by Gilbert K, Chesterton. When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. And that's by Gilbert K, Chesterton. So this morning, in my earlier conversation with Charmin, kind of brought up some things. You know, she had mentioned how cold it was, and I kind of got a flashback, and it also just made me think about, you know, again, some of the things we actually take for granted. Because, and again, I'm not saying this to get accolades or anything like that, but one of my memories is when I was, this is a long time ago, when I was like 18 years old. I was in Germany, and I remember waking up in a tent called a GP Medium. I was in the military, and I remember waking up in the middle of the night, and it was like freezing. So you're in your cot, and you're in your sleeping bag, and a lot of people didn't want to stay up overnight to watch the potbelly stove. It's this stove that, you know, was run by fuel. And so we had to pull fire guard, so to make sure that there was, you know, it didn't you know, have a fire and, you know, burn people up and all that type of stuff. So what a lot of people end up doing was just cutting it off turning it off and then just cuddling in your sleeping bag and kind of sleeping. And then but what I remember is waking up in the morning, someone had to get out of their, out of their rack to go and light the fire, and that was absolutely horrible. It was so freezing. It was so freezing. But what it invoked again was that, with this week of Thanksgiving, especially, I'm asking, most folks to something that, again, we take for granted is right now that you have military members that are all over the world that are not with their families, that they are. Good morning, Tara. There's a lot of military, service members from all, different countries that are out there that are protecting, our freedoms. And I think a lot of times we just take things for granted. We're back here. We're back here in our environment, and it's a lot of times it's poor me, poor this, going through our little trials, tribulations, and not realizing that there are people out there that are that are still in harm's way over this Thanksgiving holiday, and it sucks. I'm just going to tell you. I mean, there's a lot of, it's not as bad as what it used to be. However, these military folks are out there and they are not with their families, and they are in harm's way, and they are colder than normal, and they have to go do things that most people wouldn't even fathom doing. So I think it's, again, one of those things that we take for granted. So please keep the military members from whatever country you're from, and keep them in your prayers, and be thankful for what they do. That's what this quote invoked in me. A couple other things that kind of reminded me of it, and I'll read the quote again. When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. So the other thing that kind of popped in my head was when you open doors for people and they walk by and they don't say thank you. So kind of two things that kind of pops into my head about that. Number one, it's, again, people take it for granted. They take it for granted. And while I been a victim of this myself, as far as getting kind of upset about people not saying thank you, the other thing that I kind of think about is, do I do it for them or do I do it for me? You know what I'm saying? So when they don't say thank you to me, am I going to stop doing it? No, because that's just who I am. And so I'm just grateful that I'm able to be, there to help people to even do something as simple as that, a simple act. And whether they say thank you to me or not, I mean, that's not gonna change who I am and what I do. So I just got to remember that, because it does get it. It does. I'm like, really? You can't say thanks? I mean, that's okay, cool. I'm not going to open the door for you again. No, it's just you are who you are. And there was a saying that I had said once before, where how people treat you defines their character. How you react to that defines your character. So it's just one of those things you kind of keep that in the back of your mind. But if you are, and I think the audience that watches this, I think that you guys, I'm pretty sure most of you that are in my circle are very grateful for simple acts like that. So awesome. Okay, and the last thing I will mention about with this quote, again, when it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. I like, again, for those of you who haven't been paying attention or don't know or whatever, I mean, I didn't find out until later. There was a bus crash, and a bunch of kids have gotten killed down in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Super sad, super sad. And again, it just kind of gives you, put things in perspective about, hugging your family members, hugging your kids. Again, we take things for granted. Little things. We take things for granted. And we just, as difficult as life is, and then just certain things that come up, you just got to just got to hold on to life, and appreciate every single thing you got, no matter how small it is. So please, for everybody, please say a prayer for the families that have lost loved ones, and the community that's surrounding that area. I mean, that's super sad, super sad. All right, so all right, guys. I do want to say one last thing. Again, one of the it's funny. I don't know if my parents watch this or not. But regardless, if you're mom, dad, if you guys are super stalkers, I love you guys. I wanted to wish a happy 50th anniversary to my parents today. Happy 50th anniversary today. So it's one of those things where, after about 50 years, you're like, hey, we've gone this far. or happy 50th years that you haven't killed each other and you're still hanging around each other and tolerating each other. And I know you guys love each other, and it's super, especially this day and age, super miracle that marriages end so quickly. I'm proud of you guys. I love you guys. Happy 50th anniversary. They're on vacation right now in Samoa, the other Samoa. And so happy 50th anniversary, Mom. I love you guys. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. All right, guys. That's it. Okay, I'm taking too much of your time already, so I appreciate you guys. Yeah, absolutely, Tower. And so I'm again. When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. Gilbert K. Chesterton. Sorry. So make sure you guys go out there and be positive. Make sure you go and smile. This is a week of Thanksgiving. Be grateful. Be thankful. Love you guys. Love you guys. Awesome. Nice. Been to Samoa twice. Awesome. I have a lot of family on. Well, I'm originally from American Samoa, so I have a lot of family on both islands. So go out, be positive, guys. Make sure you smile. Make sure you change someone's life just by simply smile. Be a good steward. All right. If you got any value from this, no matter when you've seen this, please feel free to share it on your wall. Feel free to share it out to somebody. Hopefully this can touch somebody and kind of give somebody some uplifting spirits. And as I leave you with this, I'll leave you with the quote by Mother Teresa, and it's, "Let us meet each other with smile, for the smile is the beginning of love." All right? So make sure you guys go out there and smile. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.